Why is a key the most important possession many Palestinian refugees own?
The key is the most symbolic symbol to Palestinians and more specifically to Palestinian refugees, as it represents their right of return.
At least 750,000 Palestinians were forced out of their homes during the ethnic cleansing of 1948, also known as the Nakba. Zionist forces invaded historic Palestine and captured 78% of Palestinian land. Hundreds of Palestinian villages were destroyed and some 15,000 Palestinians were killed. Israel banned most Palestinian refugees from ever returning to their homes.
Due to the creation of Israel taking place in such a short amount of time, we saw huge numbers of Palestinians become refugees, and they were forced to leave and flee their homes, leaving everything behind, except one thing, the key to their homes, and they kept this key on the belief that one day they would return.
There are about 6 million Palestinian refugees in the occupied West Bank, Gaza and neighbouring countries. Many still cling to the hope of returning home, and the key represents that.
You'll see a huge number of these Palestinian refugees still holding on to their keys of their homes from before 1948, and it's become kind of this unspoken generational gift onto the next generation, that if that generation who's holding onto the key of their home at that time, if they are not physically able to live to see decolonized Palestine and to go back to their home, they'll pass on to that key onto their next generation.
Many older Palestinians still remember their lives and homes before the Nakba took place and hope to return.
I find it both heartbreaking and angering to see that we have to see yet another generation pass on these keys to their grandchildren, to their own children, and it's not them themselves returning to Palestine. As a part of Key 48, we say we want to see return within our lifetimes, and we want to see our elders, not their grandchildren, not their great-great-grandchildren, but our elders, the ones who personally had to flee from the Nakba, we want to see them return in our lifetimes.
Farah founded Key 48 in 2017 to mark 100 years of the Balfour Declaration. That's when the British government gave support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine.
And we created this as we wanted a visible symbol for people to see that one of the key solutions to Palestine isn't this regurgitated, insincere rhetoric of a two-state solution, but one of the key solutions in itself is our right of return. The right of return lies at the heart of what should happen next when we talk about Palestine, which is decolonization, which is dismantling the Israeli settler colonial project.
Key 48 has issued over 10,000 symbolic keys in 30 countries to raise awareness about Palestinian rights. The group has been supported by Bella Hadid and Roger Waters.
And that is the most important point to acknowledge when we are talking about Palestine and Israel, because this is a settler colonial situation. This isn't a situation of religion, of conflict, and the right to return pinpoints just that this is an issue with settler colonialism, as every single settler colony throughout history has always viewed the native people as a demographic threat.